It's two dudes with attitudes, a wrestling podcast with your boy Ryan Enjoys Wrestling and MWO. And this is our AEW All Out prediction show where we're going to give you the 10 best predictions you can possibly get to take it to DraftKings to make yourself some money. Ryan, are you vibing? Are you ready? We're back, baby. Took a couple weeks off, but now we're back for the long haul. We're figuring out my new schedule with you and we're getting it on. Now we're ready for some predictions. You ready?
Yeah, we are.
Yeah, we're getting it on.
No, it's we got a busy week of wrestling. We had SmackDown and WWE WrestlePalooza on Friday and Saturday. We have AEW All Out, which was originally at 8 o'clock on Saturday, but now they moved their time to 3 o'clock to counteract the counter programming by the WWE.
Mm-hmm.
I know we disagree on this. I don't think they should have made that move. I think they should, if WWE is going to counter program him, let them counter program him. Like, stick it out. You had that time first, but probably at the end of the day, it was the right decision to move to 3 o'clock.
It was 100% the right decision, but we'll break it down. Are you ready? Hit that music and we'll talk about it. Let's go.
Let's do it.
Two dudes with attitudes, let's go. It's the two dudes and our attitudes ruthless, aggressively speaking, so let's do this. We're Ryan and Denton, they here to get your attention. The 5-star broadcast shit, start to the ending. Whether it's the E or it's all E, the two dudes with the attitudes that bring the heat. Get the point, yeah, it's on, time to lock in. Listen to the podcast where they get it poppin'.
Yeah, man, they're counter not programming, but even starting 4 hours before WrestlePalooza, they will go into WrestlePalooza because there are 15 matches if you include 0 hour, which is insane. And people are like, WWE only has 5 matches. Why would you want to pay to go to that event? Because it's not about quantity. It's about quality. And I've been to AEW events where they have this many, and I'm pooped out, man. I don't know why people.
Yeah, it takes an hour.
I think it's too. Yeah, you don't need every single person to wrestle. You want to go back to normal. WWE used to be like 7, 8 max. I'm fine with that. But doing 10 plus 5 on 0 hour or 4 on 0 hour, it's just way too many matches, in my opinion. My humble opinion.
Yeah,
to each its own.
No, that I do agree with. And also, we haven't talked about the other news that this is the first pay-per-view in AEW's history that'll be available live on Max for an additional charge of $39.99 per month. So you're still you're saving $10, but you're still paying the $50 a month no matter how you slice it. Because if you have the $9.99 HBO Max low tier cost, which is the lowest tier, plus $39.99, that's $49.99 a month for AEW pay-per-views, which is what they cost before. So not really saving anything in the grand scheme of things.
No, but people are trying to claim, oh, well, it's not monthly. Well, if it's not 12 times a year, then it's 10.
It is,
but it's
monthly.
Pretty damn close. So get out of here.
Yeah.
WWE was $30 for ESPN for all their pay-per-views, and people are like, what a ripoff. Oh, I can't wait to buy more AEW pay-per-views. So stop with the complaining just to complain. Everything costs. I saw everybody complain about WWE ticket prices too. I'm like, bro, have you tried to go to a concert? My daughter asked me to take her to Ariana Grande. It's $850 to get in the door. That would cost me $2,000 to take my daughter to see Ariana Grande in the nosebleeds. And you're complaining about WWE? That's just society. You know who has made our economy so much better and everything's so much cheaper now. So you're welcome, y'all. It's rocking and rolling. We got so much. It's ridiculous.
But
ridiculous.
to be fair, the CEO of TKO came out and said that Vince McMahon only cared he only cared about pricing the tickets for families. WWE literally admitted, we don't care about that. We want the most bang for our buck. We want as much money as possible. We're not doing that. And so, I don't like to give Vince McMahon any credit on this podcast because he's a scumbag, but at least he did have our best interests in mind when it came to ticket prices. And it seems like Tony Khan kind of has that same mentality. He wants to give you a solid wrestling show at 3/4 of the cost of a WWE show. So maybe that's why he tries to get everyone on the pay-per-view. So if you're going to go to these events, you're going to see everybody.
I think that's what it is. Yeah, because you're paying for it. AEW forever. I'll be able to go to AEW, continuing my streak of going to all of them when they come to California. I'll never go to a WWE event again, ever. Even if I was all of a sudden became a millionaire. Even if we blew up on this podcast, I still wouldn't go unless it was free. I'll never. Yeah. I just wouldn't pay that much money to go to an event. I'm not doing it. I'm not paying $500 just to get through a door. No.
Monday Night Raw is in my backyard coming up either next week or the week after, and tickets are like $700 just to sit in like
in the Carolinas.
Yes,
it used to be $30 to get in.
yeah, it used to be $15. Now it's $700 just to, and that's on StubHub. So I got to pay taxes and fees in addition to that.
Oh, yeah.
So that's ridiculous.
No, get out of here. AEW, you're winning there. That's all I got to say. And they're back in Toronto, baby. Are you ready to discuss this card? It should be a good card. As always, before we get into predictions, because we got to hit that music, right? I just want to let you know that before we jump into it and hit the music, Ryan is going to do his best to make the card exactly the order it is. He did it once in his entire life. I forget what card it was. He got it perfect. He's living off that forever.
Yeah,
it definitely was not an AEW event. So we did WWE. If you watch WWE and check it out, our WrestlePalooza one is on before this. We already did it. He should get that right. He's already got 2 out of the 5. But AEW's got 10 matches. If you get all 10 right, I'll do whatever you want me to do. You let me know. All 10 in exact order. That would be impressive.
I think as long as I get the main event right, I'm usually, because AEW, you never know like what match is going to close the show.
No, they'll do all the title matches in a row. Boom, 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 boom.
Yeah. So if I get the main event right, I'll call that a big win, because I think the match that is opening the show, I think people are going to be surprised as to what I think is main eventing. Maybe they won't be. I don't know.
Here's the thing: AEW will open up with their least popular match. Just so you know, that's what they do. Tony Khan does not know how to match. Yeah, he does not know how to match out a pay-per-view. So it's whatever. Hit the music, man. Let's hear it.
All right, let's do it.
It's prediction time. Before it ever happens, it's a prediction. Lean in close, take notes, listen. Cause they about to point it out quickly. All the things that you didn't see is getting called like plays at the line of scrimmage. You can take it to the bank, the dudes ain't tripping. They've been seeing what's coming for a good minute. It's prediction time, yeah, let's get it.
All right, let's go. Let's see. What is Ryan? Drum roll. Oh, and he is going with the most unimportant match of the night. That is one. Brodito defending their tag team titles against the Young Bucks, against Jet Speed, and against the Don Callis family in a ladder match, meaning anyone can win it, and it wouldn't affect the tag team champions if they lost it. Who do you got in this match you were looking so forward to?
Yeah, I will say, as much as this match is probably the least important match I've seen on this card, at least, I will say 2 things. I have really enjoyed the thrown together dynamic of Brodito. I feel like their chemistry has really worked. The fans seem to love them. I really enjoy their work. And the Young Bucks right now are doing some of the best work of their career with this, the EVP stuff, the messed up, intro cards, changing in the boiler room, change like in the janitors, like just doing all the little things that they've been doing. Easily the best work of their entire AEW run. So with that being said, I think they're going to capitalize on that momentum, and they're going to become AEW World Tag Team Champions, the Young Bucks, for the first time as not EVPs, and they're going to try to climb back up the ranks of success in AEW.
Dude,
I don't think it's a babyface turn, but yeah.
Oh, okay. See, I fully agree with you. I think they are going babyface. I'm surprised we're both picking the same person, because I think a lot of people are going to say Brodito cannot lose the titles already, but I think Brodito was just a thrown away tag team just for funsies because they wanted to get it off the Hurt Syndicate for whatever reason.
I think the ice thing got Tyler, got Brody King a lot of praise and love, so they had to put a belt on.
Yeah, I agree. I think the Bucks win it and become. I think this is the start of their babyface turn. I think they're even going to probably Tony Khan as their manager soon. Yeah, go ahead. I think they're still going to be heels, but I think they're going to win the tag team titles. And I think they've been teasing a lot on their Being the Elite channel and some of the other stuff about the return of Jack Perry. There was one video that they posted of them trying to call Jack Perry, and he didn't answer. So maybe this is when Jack Perry makes his return and he helps them win, and they continue their heelish ways, but he's still part of the Elite, and he helps them. So, yeah. Oh, I would love it. Please give that to me.
So I think that's what's happening.
Give it to me, baby. I want it. All right, what's next? What's number 2?
What did I put for number 2? This match.
All right. He is going with the AEW Unified Championship 3-way because it's not gay when it's in a 3-way between one Takeshita versus the champion Okada, Vicious versus Dorado. Who do you got winning? You told me earlier, and I'm thinking it's no. Wow. Okay.
No, I think if it was a one-on-one match, it would be Takeshita. Yeah, I think it should be Takeshita. The fans really seem to want Takeshita to get the win. The Don Callis family's trying to collect all the titles, and I think Takeshita is the guy. But for whatever reason, they added this third guy. The build has been Takeshita versus Okada this entire time. And then they added this random third. This is what AEW does, and it just drives me crazy. Like this whole been no build with, there's been no build to this match or no build with this Dorado. So I think Okada is going to retain this time. And then at the next AEW pay-per-view, I think is Wrestle Dream. Then we're going to get the one-on-one match between Takeshita and Okada. And maybe that's when Takeshita finally takes the belt off of Okada.
Good job. I think it's going to be Okada too. There's Okada, like I said, until he loses, I will never pick him to lose. This man has been winning for the past 75 years. No, I don't think he's lost since he's been in AEW. No one even talks about it. That's a joke.
Yeah, exactly.
He's like literally like on a Roman Reigns type of win streak right now as a champ, and no one gives two shits. This dude is him. He is Okada. He's the best in AEW, not counting Jon Moxley. Yeah, he's gonna keep that belt for a very long time. So I got Okada winning. Although I don't know why they did this because they had a good Okada, but maybe they're trying to build it more. Okada wins. Maybe he pins Dorado. That's why he's there. And then Takeshita has more beef to build onto the Don Callis, conflict.
Something. Yeah, that's why I think they added him. But I think this feud continues, and at a later date, Takeshita does win. But right now, Okada keeps his winning ways alive, and they need Okada right now to be successful as well. With Swerve Strickland hurt, Will Ospreay on the shelf. You have other people hurt and injured. They need Okada at the tip of the top and tip top shape. So
I agree. On the tip to the top, I'll rise. All right, the match everyone's been waiting for: Mercedes Moné defending her TBS championship against Reho. So let's talk about it. Who do you got?
I'm gonna go Reho. No, I'm not. I'm going Mercedes Moné. There's no way Reho is getting the win. I know that she's an AEW original and she was there, but she comes and she goes, she leaves. She's like the McRib of AEW. She keeps coming back and then she disappears for a while, and then she comes back and looks delicious and then disappears for a while. But Mercedes Moné is going to get the win here. She's going to just, it's for the TBS championship. She's never lost the TBS championship. They're going to continue that momentum that she has there. Mercedes Moné gets the win. For Sheezy, there is no Reho always comes, like you said, looks delicious and loses in matches for the title, and she disappears and she comes back. It is what it is. I'm just so surprised with Mercedes Moné right now because she loses Toni Storm, and it's time to just get rid of her belts and let her run off into the sunset and come back with a refresh. And instead, they've put her in her back-to-back most pointless title defenses. She had like a 4-way against a bunch of nobodies, and now she's wrestling Reho, which no offense to Reho, but once again, she's just coming and going. This just seems like, what are we doing here? Either keep her around and make her the top 5 greatest of all time, or refresh her and move her on. I don't understand why Tony Khan thinks this is working. She wasn't even on TV the past couple. They're not even like putting her on Dynamite anymore. They're just like, this match is happening. Yeah, it's really weird. It's really sad too, because I want to like Mercedes Moné. I love Sasha Banks. I really want to like Mercedes Moné. I think she's fantastic in the ring. It's everywhere else that seems to be lacking. So, but either way, she's gonna win, and hopefully they can find something that works for her. But the whole women's division right now too just seems to be kind of meh at the moment.
Yeah, in AEW. All right, here we go. A trios match between the Hurt Syndicate, including MVP, who doesn't technically need that cane, against Ricochet and GOA. Who do you got?
I'm going the Hurt Syndicate. I think they're going to win. They have to. They have to win. Are they moving to the trios division now? Is that what they're doing? They're moving on from the tag team division. And after this, they're going to wrestle the Ops. I'd be down to see that. That'd be fun. But I think the Hurt Syndicate, they're one of the best groups they have. They're one of the most over groups that they have. The fans love them. You can't have them lose. And I know people are kind of digging Ricochet with being the head of the faction now with Gates of Agony, but they're not. He's not there. He's there to put them over. Hurt Syndicate gets the win.
Yeah, Gates of Agony are fun. Ricochet's actually finally being somewhat entertaining as of late. Hurt Syndicate all day, every day. They ain't winning. The end.
No, not at all.
Womp womp. Yeah. What's next? All right, the match everybody's been waiting for. It's a tables and tax match between one Mark Briscoe and one MJF. Who do you got, and why does MJF put him in the hospital?
Oh, that's the only option. It's got to be MJF, and he's got to put Mark Briscoe in the hospital. MJF is the one to dethrone Hangman Page, I think, personally. Yep. So spoiler alert for who I think is winning the Hangman Page match later on. But MJF is the guy to do it, and he's going to win the belt back. He cannot be taking losses to Mark Briscoe. He cannot be taking random losses to just guys on the bottom tier of the card. I know that there's a report out there that he asked and voluntarily wanted to work with Mark Briscoe.
Yeah.
And so maybe, but either way, like maybe Mark Briscoe looks great in this match and he gets a lot of offense in, but MJF has to win, and he has to win in such a brutal way.
Yeah, I don't know why I'm the only one in this world who doesn't like Mark Briscoe. I don't get it. His gibbering, jabbering, his water boy character, his I don't like. Mama says that. I don't know. Yeah. I'm just not a fan of it. MJF needs to mop the floor with move on with Mark Briscoe. Let him go wrestle Eddie Kingston or something later on. But I'm not. Yeah, get it off my screen. MJF's gonna mop that. It's not even gonna be close. He's gonna destroy him. I mean, MJF gets some tax in his butt, but he's gonna destroy him.
Maybe the Hurt Syndicate cost MJF the match. I could see that because it is a no DQ match. And
we move it
finally,
on.
Yeah. But we finally get the. I mean, they took Adam Cole and MJF a year to, hash out their beef. So maybe we get Bobby Lashley versus MJF for the next couple of months as a placeholder for the championship. But either way, MJF winning regardless.
I agree. All right, and the return. Yeah, the return nobody in the world asked for. Eddie Kingston is going to face off against one Big Bill. Poor Big Bill. This man has Eddie Kingston to wrestle against. Did so much work by himself, cutting promos, building it up, and gets to wrestle Eddie Kingston in probably a 10-minute match. Who do you got winning?
You're not going to have Eddie Kingston lose in his return match. No. He's going to Eddie Kingston. The fans love the guy. They're going to pop for him. They're going to pop huge for him. They're going to be excited that he's back. Poor Big Bill, because like you said, he's been doing some of the best work. I think Big Bill's on the run of his life. Yeah, he's over. He's in a great tag team. He's doing great things. The fans love him as well. But Eddie Kingston is going to get the win here. And hopefully this means good things for Big Bill in the future. But Eddie Kingston's going to get the win.
So we have not seen Eddie Kingston, correct?
No, we have not.
So is that a reason? Does he not look like the Hamburglar anymore? Is he going to come in looking like me? Is he going to be like what's his like? What is going on?
We've seen him on interviews and stuff. Apparently, he's got a really long beard. That's the only thing I know. Like every time they show him interviewing,
he looks more homeless than ever. Got it.
Yeah, but they haven't shown like he's been sitting down, so we haven't seen if he's put on muscle. We haven't seen if he's cut back on things or what. But but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I think it'll be a entertaining match for the fans at least.
I guess. I mean, he's been gone for like 3 years. All right, what's next? All right, the match that I'm actually looking forward to, believe it or not, and that is one Jon Moxley versus Darby Allin in a a coffin match. Sorry, trademarks. All right, who do you got winning and why?
I had Jon Moxley winning for the longest time, but then Dynamite happened and Bryan Danielson whispered something into the ear of Darby Allin, and that made me scratch my head a little. That made me go like, what did he whisper? What was he saying? What does this mean for the match? Like, and this makes me think that Bryan Danielson knows a secret on Jon Moxley, or he knows the secret to beating Jon Moxley, or he's going to be in Darby Allin's corner or something in this match or something. But either way, I think Darby Allin is going to finally get his comeuppance on Jon Moxley for putting him on the shelf for so long so that he could climb Mount Everest in non-kayfabe, but putting him on the injured list in kayfabe. And he's going to get a huge victory over Jon Moxley. Jon Moxley needs to take a little bit of a break from AEW. We need to not see him for a little while after this. Perfect time to put him in a coffin and let him come back a couple months later, refreshed, maybe with a different attitude, or maybe as a babyface, or maybe he's still the same heel. But either way, Darby Allin gets the win, and Jon Moxley gets the much-needed vacation that he probably should have taken 3 years ago.
Here's the thing. People keep saying that he's going to go in a coffin and not come back, but he just added Daniel Garcia into the Death Riders, and now they're attacked. You don't even see the other Death Riders. So if he disappears, what the hell happens? I don't think he's disappearing at all. Here's the thing. Darby Allin has to win, right? He just has to. He's next. He's going to be facing Hangman Page at some point. He's the next big thing. He's getting a push. I don't see why you would have him lose. I think this is his – I predicted this a long time ago. This is what's going to happen, right? Darby will finally meet Mox. He will win. He will get that much-needed victory against the biggest face of all of AEW of all time, and Jon Moxley is the biggest star in this company ever. He's going to beat him, and that'll put a little notch in his coffin, and he'll be able to skateboard, and he'll be able to move on to Hangman Page or whoever else is next. So I don't know how Darby wins. Maybe finally the tide is turned and Moxley gets cheated out, but we'll see.
Yeah, or maybe the Death Riders turn on Moxley. Maybe
Daniel Garcia.
They've been tired of his failures as of late. He's been letting them down. He's been losing.
Maybe
he got pinned when they lost the trios titles. He got pinned when he lost the world title. Maybe they're tired of him and they turn on him. So
Daniel Garcia is the leader.
Yeah, there you go with Claudio and Wheeler Yuta.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, and I think this is probably the 8th or 9th match of the card or something so far. And by the time we get to this match, we'll just be getting into John Cena and Brock Lesnar for WrestlePalooza. So I think that that's why this match is going to happen at this place of the card, because this is probably their biggest match, one of their best built matches that they've had, and 2 of their biggest stars. So to counter program WWE's counter programming, this will be right around the 6:45, 7 o'clock hour, right when when Brock and Cena is starting, and they're going to counter program.
Ryan enjoys wrestling, trying to defend his picks of the night of cards.
That's why I'm putting this match where I'm putting it. That's right. That's right.
All right, next up, another women's 4-way match that nobody cares about, and that's one timeless Toni Storm defending her world championship against Jamie Hayter, against Chris Statlander, and against Thekla, who walks like Bray Wyatt used to walk. Who do you got?
I love Toni Storm. I think it's time that we take the title off of Toni Storm. She's had the title for way too long in AEW. But with that being said, it's not happening at All Out.
No.
I think it needs to happen soon, though, because I think people are starting to, grow a little tiresome. I'm not. I love Toni Storm. I love what she's doing. But I think people are like, every time Toni Storm gets in the match, she wins. Like it's becoming a little predictable. So I think eventually her time's going to run out. But right now, she's not losing in a 4-way. She's going to somehow win. She's going to pin Thekla, I think, and continue her championship ways. But it is getting close to the end for her championship reign, I think.
Thekla, Statlander, and Hayter cannot be the world champion right now. No chance Toni Storm's losing. Toni Storm should have lost to Athena. They had all the momentum to lose it. They should have pulled the trigger. Here's the thing with Toni Storm. I love Toni Storm. I love her. I think she's the best thing to happen in AEW other than Jon Moxley. I think she's helped carry this brand and this company. But holy shit, she's literally a walking lesbian joke. It's so every time she comes out, it's the same. Here's your muffs, shave your bush, slap your titties, and chin up. It's like the same shit over and over. And she's a lesbian. I get it. It's time for a change. It's time to let her refresh as well. You know what I mean? Let her come back as something else. Timeless has run its course, in my opinion.
Yeah, or keep Timeless, but evolve the character. Like right now, she's just kind of stuck in neutral. I mean, when she first came out, she was like an actress, a starlet that was in movies. And go back to that, where the thing, it was half black and they still do the half black and white thing, but it's more of a lesbian joke now than anything. Instead of playing her movies during commercials and stuff like that. Go back to that. I miss that version of Toni Storm.
Yeah, me too. Me too, homie. All right. match that all the AEW hardcore fans are loving, and all the non-AEW hardcore fans have no idea who this dude is, and that is one Hangman Page defending his AEW World Championship against a TNT champion, Kyle Fletcher. He's not the greatest TNT champion because we all know that is one Jack Perry, but who do you got?
I'm going Hangman Page. Hangman Page is going to retain because I said
way too long.
I know. You mentioned Jack Perry.
Way too long.
You mentioned Jack Perry, and it put the seeds in my head of like, does Jack Perry come out and cost Hangman Page, or does he come out and like stare down Hangman Page and he's the next opponent? Because they have history with each other too, is like against the Elite and all that. So that when you said Jack Perry, I was like, oh yeah, I could see that. But no, it's going to be Hangman Page. He retains because MJF is coming for him to eventually take that belt off of him.
Yes, sir. Kyle Fletcher is only in this match for one reason. Because Tony Khan really, really believes in him and thinks he is the new face of AEW. So he's giving him a trial run. They do this with everybody. I can see them pulling the trigger and making a huge mistake, but Hangman's too hot right now. I think this is to see how Kyle Fletcher did on the build-up, which I thought he did okay. Better than I thought. I still don't think he has that presence of a superstar. I mean, especially when he was wearing like eyeglasses during his promo on Dynamite. Like, I don't know. If you want to look badass, you can't have like a weird white boy buzz cut with glasses on and a dress shirt. I don't
I'm looking at my hair right now and my
no, but he's like, no, he wore like a suit.
Like, suit shirt.
I hate that Jericho. I love Jericho, but I hate that he wore suits like 15 years ago as a heel in WWE, and now every heel wears suits. The Hurt Syndicate, their literally gimmick is beating people up and they wear suits. They're not the Hurt Business anymore. They're like, why are you wearing suit? I hate the whole heel suit thing is stupid now. Let's stop doing it. You're wrestlers. You don't need a suit, Cody Rhodes. But anyway, nonetheless, Kyle Fletcher is not winning this match. It's a trial run. They're going to see how he does, how the viewers tag into it. And I see him being a champion in the long run, but not right now. He'll keep being the TNT champion. Hangman wins. I don't know how, though. I mean, clean probably, but
that's why, I was wondering, like, how? Like, does Jack Perry come out and costs? I don't know. Like this, and that's Hangman Page's next opponent. He makes an impact there, but I still think he's coming out in the tag team match to help the Young Bucks. But but we shall see. But I think Tony Khan put Kyle Fletcher in this match because Wardlow got hurt 15 minutes after he got back to AEW.
Yeah,
I think Wardlow. It was supposed to be Hangman Page versus Wardlow after his big return at Forbidden Door, but he tore his pec, I think it is, and he's out for the next 10 months, and he was only back for 15 minutes in AEW. So I think they needed something for the All Out main event, and they slid Kyle Fletcher in there.
Literally came back for a cup of coffee and bounced. Yeah,
literally,
that could be why. Yeah. All right, and now he's saying this match. Yeah, go ahead.
And around this time, this is when AJ Lee and CM Punk will be, warming up. The Cult of Personalities playing, and then Light It Up plays, and this is when Hangman Page and Kyle Fletcher begins. And then this is going to lead to our main event of the evening.
This man is out here predicting play-by-play as well, ladies and gentlemen. You got to love Ryan, right? Go for it, because if I'm wrong, no one's going to give a shit. And if I'm right, I get to brag about it for a year.
It's going to happen.
Oh, man. All right. Well, this should be the main event anyway, because it's in Toronto, baby. But we got Edge and Christian reuniting as Cope and Christian Cage versus one FTR.
Cage and Cope. Yeah.
Cage and Cope. Sorry. Yeah, that's what he said. Cage and Cope versus FTR, probably the best tag team since the Acclaim broke up in AEW. Who do you got?
I'm going the obvious here. It's going to be Cope.
Okay.
It's going to be Cage and Cope, and they're going to get the victory over FTR. And then this is why I think the Young Bucks are winning the tag team titles, because I think the next match that makes the most sense is the Young Bucks versus Edge and Christian, a match that we've all wanted to see. We never got to see it before. We'll probably never see it again. We got to see the Hardys versus the Young Bucks. We had never got to see Edge and Christian versus the Young Bucks. Now we're finally going to get it. And then Edge and Christian win, or Cope and Cage rather, win the AEW Tag Team Championships either at Wrestle Dream or later on in the year at Full Gear or some other PLE pay-per-view. But that's why I think the Young Bucks are winning. They're setting up a collision course between Cope and Cage and the Bucks for the tag team titles. And also, if they bring back Jack Perry in that first match, who has history with Jack Perry, none other than Christian Cage. So Christian Cage would now be a babyface. Jack Perry would now be the heel. when they first reunited, Cage made it sound like it was a one-time deal. Like, he helped me with my patriarchy problem. I'm going to help him with his FTR problem. But now we have a Jack Perry problem. So I'm going to stick around for a little while, and we're going to get these tag team titles. That's what I think is going to happen.
All right. Play-by-play and the next couple months. I love it. I love it.
Go.
I can see all that happening. Yeah, I can see all that happening. Nonetheless, the only thing I'm going to predict right now is that Cage and Cope win. The end. They're going to win. It's going to be easy. I do think they are going to be tag team champions. So they have to be, because why else did they get together? I think that was the whole reason why Edge came back to begin with. I know he was fed up with WWE and wanted more, but I think Christian Cage is like, yo, come over here. You can do whatever the hell you want. And he was like, cool. And we can end it together. And he's like, cool. Because I think they should. So yeah, I'm all for this. I'm loving it. And I think this is the way to close out, man. That Toronto crowd, let them leave happy. Just like I'm saying in our predictions of WrestlePalooza, to end it on a high note of Drew winning and letting people talk. People aren't going to talk about All Out over WrestlePalooza. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, it's just not going to happen. So even if All Out blows WrestlePalooza out the water, people aren't going to talk about it. It's just AEW is not there yet. But why not have AEW fans happy, and why not have the Toronto fans who paid happy? Let Cope and Cage win. I think it's going to be a great little ending to All Out. So
yeah, I could see that. I do wish that this match was for the tag team titles. I feel like that would make this even more special and more impactful. I feel like that was a lost opportunity by AEW, not putting the titles on FTR and making this match for the tag team titles to, give Cope and Cage that big pop in Toronto. But
for sure,
yeah, I think it was a missed opportunity there. But other than that, I think you're right. Let the fans go home happy.
Yeah, I can't wait to see Stokely take a spear and a unpreer, and he's gonna get beat up. It's gonna be
some hose. He'll finally get some hose though.
Nah, he can't get no hose. He ain't got no hose. What was the What is it? Because he's dressed like a pimp in his jumpsuit? Is that why they're saying that? I don't get why Stokely would ever get a hoe, but it is what it is. But there you go. That's our AEW All Out prediction show, baby. Like we always say,
and WWE counter programming predictions. Yeah,
and yes, predicted. So take all that to DraftKings. If they're going to let you bet on that too, bet on it, baby. Like Zac Efron said in High School Musical, bet on it, bet on it, bet on it, bet on it. Let's go, baby. We were 10 for 10. We didn't disagree on one. I love it. I like when we're on the same page. As always, too, if you're liking this, tell us what you think in the comments. Let us know if you agree or disagree, what we missed, what we didn't miss, or what you think we should take over to DraftKings. We're not sponsored by them. Maybe we should be. And as always, subscribe, like, tell your friends. We're back, baby. We took a couple weeks off. We are back. I promise you. And if you just want to listen to me speak, please check me out on all social media at my_wrestling_opinion. Go on my TikTok. Get my views back up. I hit over 16,000. I'm blowing up, and then they stopped showing my views. And I'm still gaining followers. I'm just not getting views. I want those views. Get me going. And it's with me, as always, is
Ryan Enjoys Wrestling on all the social media platforms. So go follow me there. Go follow us on YouTube. We're live for the first time in a while, just kind of testing the market and testing the waters there. So go follow us here on YouTube at Two Dudes with Attitudes. Go subscribe to our TikTok channel at Two Dudes with Attitudes. We're on Instagram, which I need to update a little bit more, but at Two Dudes with Attitudes podcast. And if you want to, go follow us on X at Two Dudes PC. And if you're listening to us on audio, Apple or Spotify or any of the other audio podcast platforms, we appreciate all the love and support. We're in the top 10% of all listened to wrestling podcasts. So go out there and listen to us. Tell everyone about your favorite two dudes on the internet. You can do so by leaving us a 5-star rating and review. And as always, we appreciate everyone's love and support.
Yes, sir. Two Dudes Wolfpack. We out.
Two dudes with attitudes. Let's go. It's the two dudes and our attitudes ruthless, aggressively speaking. So let's do this. We're riding and Denton, they here to get your attention. A 5-star broadcast shit, start to the ending. Whether it's the E or it's all elite. The two dudes with the attitudes that bring the heat. Get the point, yeah, it's on time to lock it.
All right.